Hi, my name is Mrs. Sherman from McKinley Elementary School here in Redlands, and we are reading a book together as a whole school. So get ready, and here we go. This is Mrs. Sherman. Welcome to Read With Us with McKinley Elementary School. Now, you should have a book, of course, along with your bookmark. You'll need that when we're done reading so that you can mark your place for the next day. And then, of course, the schedule. The schedule we're going to keep is basically one chapter each night that we are reading. And we are starting today on April 19th. And our last day of reading will be May 3rd because you know what? I didn't assign chapters on the weekend days. So let's get started. So here we go. With 8 class pets plus 1 squirrel divided by 1 dog equals chaos. The author of this book is Vivian Van Velde, and the illustrator of this book is Steve Bjorkman. Here we go with Chapter 1, Twitch, Schoolyard Squirrel. Boy, he looks like he's very excited. Let's see what he has to say. Being a squirrel is the best thing in the world. The next best thing in the world is living where I live, which is near a school. School is where humans send their young to learn things. I don't know why. Squirrel mothers teach their own young. These are things my squirrel mother taught me. How to climb, how to land when I jump or fall, how to find food, how to bury food, how to find food after I've buried it. How to look cute enough that humans will give me food so I don't have to find it, bury it, or find it again. How to get along with animals that don't eat squirrels? Not eating squirrels is something I admire in those I meet. How to get away from animals that do eat squirrels? That's really important. These are all valuable lessons for a squirrel. I'm not sure why humans can't teach their own young. A few of the children are all right at climbing, but most aren't good at finding food, and they're hopeless at burying food. A squirrel mother teaches her young all they need to know by the end of summer, but human children spend 5 years in school. 5 years is long enough for a squirrel to grow very, very old, so it's a good thing we're faster learners. And the humans aren't even truly finished in 5 years. I have heard them talking, and I know before they go to school, they go to kindergarten. And after they leave school, they will go to someplace called middle school. And after that, they will go to high school. I haven't seen any of these other places. I have no idea what kindergarten is, but by their names, I'm guessing middle school is halfway up, and high school must be at the very top of a tall tree. I suppose that's the only way the humans will ever teach some of those young ones to climb. But school and the yards around it are a good place to live. It's fun to climb up the school building and to play on the playground equipment when the children aren't using it. There are also trees for climbing, and some of them are nut trees and some are fruit trees. That's 2 of my biggest interests rolled into one, climbing and eating. And the people who live here love squirrels. They're always buying toys and exercise equipment for us, and they set these things up around a feeder to make sure we notice them. It's a mini playground with a snack bar in the middle. Some of the toys are for twirling on, and there are ropes to shinny up and climb down, and balance beams to walk across. Sometimes, to make things extra challenging for our benefit, the ropes and poles are greased to make them slippery. Whee! Well, it's very considerate of people to give us these jungle gyms so we don't become fat and lazy, for example, like the groundhog. Well, one day I was exploring a new bird feeder in the yard next door to school. It had a big slippery disc for sliding on, and I was having so much fun, I lost track of time. Well, then I realized that the air had turned cool and shadows were growing long. Evening is a dangerous time of day because certain creatures who are not squirrels and who are not fat or lazy groundhogs start thinking about dinner or breakfast. And some of them start thinking of a meal that involves squirrel. I looked up and there was an owl, and she was flying straight at me as though I was the main course on the snack bar. All I could do was start running in a zigzag pattern to try to confuse that owl. I didn't even notice the dog, who was napping in his front yard. Well, now it's easy to point a finger, or a paw, in blame, but I say, if that dog didn't want me running over his nose, he shouldn't have had it resting on the ground between his paws. But anyway, the next thing I knew, the dog was chasing me too. He ran so hard, he broke the leash that was supposed to hold him in his yard. Luckily, one of the humans who works at school had left the door propped open, and I noticed the big banner, "Welcome." This is the same banner that tells the children's school is open again after the summer. Someone was obviously telling me school was open for me to escape from the dog. Didn't I say the people here love squirrels? So, for the first time in my life, I ran into the school. That owl veered away and flew off into the evening, but the dog followed me in. That is the end of chapter 1. So at this time, what you're going to do is turn your page so that you're ready for chapter 2. Put your bookmark in, and we'll continue reading tomorrow.